conversation the body recalls what the mind buried. Letting off flow with no filters and no master carry.
Can we talk? A safe space you can share your thoughts. No pressure, just let down your guard. Let's talk it out, don't hold it in, just let it out. We all need release, that's what it's all about.
Get your mind, body, and soul ready for therapeutic session. So
can we talk? A safe space you can share.
Welcome back to Blue Notes and Body Talk. I'm your host, Lady Blue, and I'm so glad that everyone is here. This space here on Blue Notes and Body Talk, this is a space for everyone. It's a space for realness and the kind that lets you breathe and breathe a little deep and also laugh a little when you need it. There's no pressure to be perfect when you're here on Blue Notes and Body Talk. You just have to be here. And guess what? You don't even have to have it all figured out. Just show up. This episode is a little different, and we're diving into something deep. It's about body language. It's about what the body holds and also what the body has, and also what your body's been trying to tell you, especially when we don't listen. And y'all know how we do. We don't listen. And today, I'm not alone. I have a special guest with me today, Mr. Keith Shorter. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How you doing?
Go ahead and introduce yourself for the guest.
Oh, wow. I'm just Keith Shorter, educator, retired military, life coach, relationship coach, grandfather, dad, the whole nine. So, yeah, that's just me.
All right. So I have a lot of questions for you today.
All right.
And these questions, I would like for you to answer them in your coaching profession, if you don't mind.
Right. All right, let me sit up straight. All right, let's get it.
Y'all, let me let y'all know. Keith, he is something serious, okay? So y'all gonna have a lot of laughs today, even though we're talking deep and getting into something deep. Y'all gonna have some laughs over here with Mr. Keith. So my first question for you today is, as a coach, do you feel that people struggle to trust what their body's trying to tell them, even though the signs are clear?
People have a problem trusting everything.
They
you know
do.
what I mean? Like the signs sometimes don't even matter because we ignore signs.
Yeah.
And then it just gets to a point where you get either tired of ignoring them or they get too vast that you can't ignore them anymore. Sometimes things become problems.
Right.
Then, once they become a problem, then most of us address it at that point. But though they saw the signs, 6 months, a year ago.
So when they see those signs, but they don't answer them right then, or they don't react to them, what do you call that? When you're like coaching someone, how do you kind of reel them in?
Well, I try to figure out why didn't they see it, do something when they first notice it.
Right.
Because we act like we don't notice things. Yes, we do.
Right.
So I try to take them back to that point so that we can get further back forward to see, okay, where did we go wrong, or how can we prevent this from happening again?
Right.
And so, with coaching, this is different. See, people think we're psychologists or something, but coaching is nothing but you tell me where you want to be, and we derive a plan on how to get there.
Okay.
And then I just keep you accountable.
Accountability. Oh, I love that.
Weekly things to do. We have big sessions once a week or twice a week. It really depends on what's going on. So, I just try to keep them going.
Okay. So why do you think so many people disconnect from their body, especially when they're in relationships?
Because we lost. Like a lot of people lost. A lot of us are hurt.
Okay.
So, we dating at 45 up, 40 up.
Mm-hmm.
Most of us been through pain. They've been through letdown, hurt, disappointment. So a lot of time we ignore the things that will probably keep us away from meeting somebody or taking more time away from that next relationship.
Okay.
But then we go get into it knowing that we're not really able to be in it.
Okay. So I did a podcast last week on held, not fixed.
Okay.
And I kind of expressed when you're in those relationships, it's okay not to be all the way healed, but don't have your partner as, I guess like your crutch. So how do you feel about that?
That heal word kills me because I'm one of the people that think you never fully heal.
Right.
because you can't forget your past.
Yeah, that's me.
You don't have to deal with your pain.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And for the people that uses their person to basically crush their pain, it's not fair to that person.
Right.
You know, but that other person, see, we got to hold accountability to ourselves too,
Mm-hmm.
because you see those problems when you date that person,
Yeah.
but though you want them so bad because you make your mind up, what I want her, I'm gonna get her. That's the way it is. I want him, I'm gonna get him.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way it is, and you're willing to sacrifice yourself, thinking you're gonna change a person, or you think you'll be enough for that person, but you don't know until you get in it.
Yep. And see, we talked about
You're smiling.
well, because I talked about it last week, even though it was just me. Because I expressed like you don't have to be healed, but you just need to know that you're not
Know where
healed.
you're
That that person is not there to fix you.
Mm-hmm.
That person is there to walk with you, hold your hand, and give you that space. And I'm like you. I don't feel no one is ever healed. We're always going through something.
Right.
And you can learn from those things, but it's going to be up to you to put it in your pocket.
Facts.
And hold on to that and know like, hey, if this comes up again, I know what to do because I've seen it before.
Right.
And so a lot of what I want to do, especially here on this podcast, is the healing journey.
Okay.
Because it's forever going.
Yeah.
We're never going to stop. Whether it's
Never stop learning.
yeah.
Never stop healing, man.
You're not, because some people, we suffer from stuff from childhood, suffer from teenagehood, young adulthood. So that's my goal for this podcast, and I'm really glad that you're here, especially as a coach, because people can connect with you and they can get, especially if they're local, and get some things to put in their tool bag and use it for later.
Yeah, because I love what you just said, though. Like, even dealing with your past trauma, your childhood traumas and all that stuff, I think at this ripe age, I'm 56, right? If we haven't fixed it yet, we probably don't have the tools to.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So let's move forward to get to a place where we're comfortable enough to go back and get those things and fix those things. You know what I mean? But we try to move forward, heal, transition to a relationship, get a new job all at one time.
Yep.
And we just don't have enough space in our mind for it.
We don't. And if you don't have those right tools, those right stepping stones, you're going to overwhelm yourself.
Yeah, you can do it, but it's going to take more. And I've learned it from myself. I put too much pressure on myself to go to school, raise kids, and do all these things and run a business and this. And I was overworking myself. It's like, we use these terms to get down to business. I was down to busyness.
Right. Okay. I like that.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Because, I deal with depression and anxiety and all that stuff. So I stayed busy to not deal with myself.
And you're masking it with busy work.
Killing it, right? Masks. I mean, 5 or 6 masks. Because, see, people wear more than one mask. And that's the thing that we don't really talk about. We wear a mask depends on where we at and what situation we in and who we talking to. Right. So, and I didn't understand that. So when I figured that out, I said, okay, because I'm over here, education, I'm Mr. Shorter.
Right.
Chef, I'm Chef Shorter.
Right.
I'm daddy, I'm granddaddy, I'm boyfriend. You know what I mean?
Right.
And all those people are different, which is fine. But you got to understand what you're doing with them, because then once they start crossing over into each other, now you're bringing your anger from your relationship to your job.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? And it just snowballs, man. It just snowballs.
Yeah, and it can snowball fast.
Fast, quick.
Real quick.
Get 'em. Yeah.
So, how do you guide your clients when their body is clearly showing signs of stress, burnout, but they keep pushing? And I know we hit on that a little bit, but how do you get them to come back and slow down and be like, hey, I need you in this moment right here?
Yeah. First thing, having to understand why they're pushing so hard. Like, what's your goal?
Right.
What's your end goal? Then we just show them a different way on how to get there without burning yourself out. Because even if you get to the end and you're burnt out, you can enjoy it.
Yeah.
And what I found, most people have things in their life that they can put to the side that they don't have to deal with right now. You understand? So, try to prioritize what's important, what's not important.
Yeah.
What's needed, what's not needed. What's your end goal? So, what if we have to change some dates? Like, okay, I want to be this by the time I'm 52. Okay, fine. So do you have to deal with this right now? Let's deal with that so that once we transition to that next step and the next phase, we got space, we got time, we got energy to do it and do it right, not just say I'm doing it.
Yeah, because I had to learn that I had to learn to take that time for myself because I didn't know how.
Me too.
And I don't know, was it, is it the military background? Because we're always on the go. We're on the go, 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 go. We got to train. We got to do. And then turn around. Now I'm a police officer. Same thing. I got to go, 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 go. I don't have time to sit down. I always got to be on high alert. But then it was like, when do you have time for yourself? When do you have time for your kids? Even if you want to go back to school, when do you have time? And, a lot of officers, we do part-time jobs. And for me, it was like, I'm making all this money, doing all these part-time.
Can enjoy it.
But when am I enjoying it?
Enjoy it. Giving it all to the kids.
That was getting it. They were buying those expensive bags, school clothes, getting hair done, nails done, all of that. But guess what? What was mama doing? Working herself to death.
Hard.
And it's like, no, take a deep breath. Sit them shoulders back. We finna take some time for me. Because if not, when I'm dead and gone, I can't spend it no way.
Can't do nothing with it.
So I might as well enjoy it while I can.
Right.
And that takes a lot of hard work and discipline. And if they don't have it, you may start it, but then it's like, you're back to it again.
Yeah.
Because you don't have that accountability.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're coaching, do you find that women or men, who do you feel finds I'm going to be starting my self-love journey first when it comes to their ages?
Well, being a male, women going to come to me first. Mm-hmm. Surprisingly, the men come, like they might DM me, hey, I got a question. Mm-hmm. And that starts that conversation.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But of course, I get more females. Okay. And most of them come from pain. They're tired of the same old, want to change. And they just don't know how to get started. And they probably saw me on one of my lives or, on my TikToks. And then they'll come just ask me questions. Let's start with the question. Then I say book a session. And then we go from there because it's hard for people to open up to strangers.
Right.
And be honest. Some people want to come talk, but they don't want to be honest. They just want to tell you what they want you to know. Then you got to sit there and try to figure out. And I said, nah, I don't play that. You know how I am.
Right.
Give it to me straight if you want me to help you. If not, boom. But women are more prone to ask for help more than men. Mm-hmm. But the man that does it, he's ready. Right. So he's easier to deal with.
Well, do you find that men kind of do that later in age?
Well, we do it based on our needs. Mm-hmm. It's so much stigma with men asking for help from other men, but it's getting better. I promise you it's getting better. But I think with age and time and situations, as older men, we're a little more settled. But I'm finding the cat under 45, he's more prone to ask for help faster than the guys my age would. Oh. Yeah, because like I said, he's lost. He didn't get a good upbringing. He probably gave his heart young. Right. Got hurt, you know what I mean? And the world is spinning and you try to keep up with everybody else and you don't know who you are. So when you get lost, I need some help. And they finally will come talk to somebody. I know it's weird, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't think they would do it young. I'm thinking, those silver foxes are like, hey, I need to talk. I need some help.
No, because you look at a lot of young guys but weren't raised with men in their lives. Right. So now they 30. Now they 32, 35. Mm-hmm. And they're like, yo, man, I need some help, bro. And now what I found out, the ones that reached out to me, they faith-based. Mm-hmm. And it's probably some hurt. 9 times out of 10 is always hurt behind most stuff when people ask for help. Right. So, I was surprised too, though, because I never thought about that segment of people that I'll be talking to. I just thought I'd be coaching over 50. Right. Honestly, yeah.
So, was that ever your goal to coach over 50?
No. Okay. Coaching was never my goal.
It just happened.
It just happened. Me, I was teaching when I met you. Right. And COVID hit. And, I was one of the ones that I just can't sit here. Mm-hmm. So I just started taking certifications. Life coach, relationship coach from this company, did it from that company. But I always been that one that people came and talked to. Yeah. And I didn't even want to be this person I am on social media now. Okay. Because I was just talking about life coaching. I was talking about midlife crisis and getting stuff together. Right. But I was attracting women over 45. Mm-hmm. And when they went that way, I've learned you kind of go with the flow. Like you don't try to adjust the people that's following you. You take the following you got and work within. Mm-hmm. So I started attracted a lot of women my age, and went from there.
Do you think it was because of your looks?
Oh, well, they know it. You already know. And I make sure I tell them I'm single too. Look, I'm single. But yeah. But you know what's funny? That has something to do with it though.
Okay.
Because people gravitate to what they're comfortable with. Mm-hmm. Like I would have said, I'm a married man and da da da. I don't think they open up as much.
Okay.
You know. So we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, that's right. So I want to move into masculine emotions a little bit. So, as a young, tender, melanated man, what did you growing up? What did that taught you, either directly or indirectly, about how men should carry themselves emotionally and physically?
That's a great question. You know, I grew up with a father and a grandfather. Mm-hmm. So, and I knew both my grandfathers. So I grew up watching men be men. Mm-hmm. Not saying they was great but they was men.
Right.
You know.
They were man's man.
They was man. You know, they still ran the street. They still did their thing. But I grew up watching that man get respect. I grew up watching that man respect people. And that's kind of how it went for me. Like, okay, well, this is what my two granddaddies doing. And everybody calling him Mr. Yes, sir. You know, they looking him in the eye. I never forget my granddad told me, always look a person in the eye when you talk to him.
Yeah.
Always shook a man's hand firm. He told me that at about 8, 9 years old.
Right.
So it just stuck with me. So the manhood thing is taught is we all have it in us. But this society, we confuse toughness with masculinity. Okay,
explain the difference to me.
Toughness, wearing your pants, you know, sagging, thugging out, you know, ready to brawl it up, looking tough. It's an image.
Right.
Those guys most likely not the toughest dudes in the room. Mm-hmm. You got me. But that man that can go into a room, walk in the room, and demand the room because his presence. Mm-hmm. You got me? That's that cat. That's that dude.
Right.
You feel me? But we so caught up in imagery now. They're going for the masculine look, the tough look. Then when they get with the guys, they like, well, he really soft. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, he really not the same around his boys. Like, around his boys, he rah-rah. Mm-hmm. But when I get him home, he crying. Yeah. You know, he's hurt because that's where he lets his emotions out too, though. But that man that walk in the room and stand on his own principle, that's a bad dude.
So do you think that comes with, because I hear a lot of people say, it's because he wasn't raised in a household with men.
No, that's an excuse.
Okay.
That's an excuse because there is some percentage of that, don't get me wrong, but we make choices.
Right.
And that comes a point in your life where now you're just making a choice. You know what I mean? Because you might have had that man in your house, but you had that football coach, you had that guy down the street. Mm-hmm. You had somebody that you saw doing differently than what you're doing right now.
Right.
You know? And I just, you know what's funny? I told somebody this the other day, I've never seen a happy person complain about their past. I never seen a happy person talking about, well, I didn't have a daddy.
Right.
You know what I mean? All those things come about after you do wrong. Right? And then you look for that excuse.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden now your childhood was the reason why you did everything wrong. And you're like, no, man, you're making bad choices because you want to. So that's what
Do you think that's wrong with a lot of our generation? It's like they're looking for that excuse instead of taking that accountability?
It's easy.
Okay.
Accountability is a punchline right now. Because with accountability come action.
Right.
See, people think, yeah, I did it. You know, I'm a man, I'm going to take accountability for it. No, you just admitted to it. Now, how can you atone for it? What are you going to do next? Are you going to do it again? What did you learn? That's accountability. Like, yo, I'm not going to do this again. Mm-hmm. When you're faced with that same thing, are you going to do it again?
Right.
You feel me? So we confuse accepting what you did, but you're already caught, so you can't get away from it.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand, because you caught red-handed.
You caught red-handed. I'm a man up. No, dude, it's you. But you know what I'm saying?
But you're right, because when we get them into that interrogation room,
right,
they boo-hoo like it's no tomorrow.
I'm trying to tell you.
They ratting everybody out. They telling on everybody.
Quick.
Fast.
Quick.
Real fast.
I'm serious, man. So, but though the world got us twisted, man, and it's tough out here.
It is. And I feel like a lot of people just want to be seen.
Facts.
So it's just an image. What you got right here
Facts.
is just an image.
Facts.
It's not even the real you, because you don't want everybody to see that, because you might be, like you said, soft, goofy, and all that other stuff, which is okay if that's you. If that's who you are, that's just who you are. You shouldn't have to put on an image for somebody else. But and it's not that I just see it in young men, but I see it in women too.
Y'all the worst.
And I was just about to say that I think we worse.
Y'all the worst, man.
I really feel that way. And there is no excuse for us, because we grew up in the house with moms. Most kids are with their mom, so you can't say I didn't have a mama. you know.
Look, this off the subject, but I just had this talk yesterday, and lady was like, "Well, we nurturers by nature." I said, "Be quiet, stop saying that, because you're not nurturing your child."
Ooh.
Because I'm teaching them, but you nurture that man that don't like you.
Ooh, you hitting on something.
I'm sorry, I just had to hit it up because we play with terminology like it means something. And we play with words and want to make it mean what we want it to mean.
Right.
Like I say, but back to what you're saying about knowing you can't find yourself until you know yourself.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds crazy, but like you don't know what you're looking for. You just out there, and that's why we're so easily led by imagery and fashion and stuff, because we don't know who we are.
Right.
And the ones that do not ready to accept it yet. So a lot of people do know. They know I need help with this. They know I need help with that. They know I'm dealing with this depression. They know I'm dealing with this anger issue. But until they're ready to accept it, they're not going to.
Do you find that some people are hesitant to ask for those kinds of help? Because I know
change is scary.
I know for me, and I think it was more so of my upbringing. It was real hard to just go to a counselor because I was taught, like, ain't nobody supposed to be in your business. Why is everybody in your business? And
change is hard, man.
And it's scary hard, though.
But you want it.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part about it. Once you start going to counseling, you want it.
Yeah. I'm still going.
Right. I went through like four therapists, man, but until I found somebody accountable enough to talk to.
And that's me. When I found her, I was like, don't you leave
me. Mine's retired. Mine's left. I'm so mad, man. Yeah. But no, you're right, though. Get over the fear, and you got to want to change, and you got to want to be honest. Most people go to counselors, they're not honest. Most people talk to coaches and therapists, they're not honest. I can't help you if you're not honest.
Well, how do you kind of pick out when they're not being honest? Because you can be trying to help them and you think you're doing a great job, but because they're not honest with you, you're actually helping them maybe in a wrong way.
Yeah, qualifying questions. Make sure what they say you can, and then you just drill them on it and flip it, and see if the answers are consistent.
It's almost like investigating. You're interrogating them, kind of.
Right, because this is what you told me last time we talked.
Yeah.
But how do we get over here?
Right.
You feel me? If you really love yourself, why are you accepting this?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And then but the key is to make them feel comfortable with you.
Yeah.
Non-judgment zone. But you know how I am. But I'm not going to play with you either.
Right.
So let's talk. So I'm like big brother, uncle, whenever I come to somebody. I'm big brother, Uncle Keith, daddy, whatever I need to be, because it's just so true. I don't like wasting my time.
Yeah, because time is money.
Time is money, right? You know what I mean? But no, I don't like fighting battles I can't win.
Yeah.
So if you want me to help, I'll do my best. And if I can't help you, I'll tell you, look, no, man, you need a therapist.
Yeah.
That's not my area right there. I'm trying to help you get from A to Z. That's it.
Right.
So
I hope you guys have been enjoying Blue Notes and Body Talk with the one and only Lady Blue. So why don't you hit that like and subscribe button, and that way you can get all of our notifications and join us every week. I got you.
You got it?
I got you.
Let's talk about it.
So in your field of work, what's one of the big emotional blocks men face when it comes to vulnerability and connection?
People we deal with don't know when we're being vulnerable.
Okay.
Like, you might want to see vulnerability how you want to see it in me.
Right.
But for me, maybe just having a conversation with you is vulnerable for me.
Okay.
You feel me? So that's the way I chose to let you in.
So how would you tell someone, just say if a woman comes to you, right? And she's like, oh, my man ain't being vulnerable. How do you kind of lead her in a way to say, well, this is what maybe you should be looking for so that you can figure out when he's trying to be vulnerable?
Yeah. So I'm a little different. I'm a man now, remember.
Okay.
And women will say different. So I say, but what are you doing to make him comfortable? Consistently. Are you loving him the way he want to be loved, or are you loving him the way you think he want to be loved? Because most of us love from our past.
Okay.
She said, you know what I'm saying, though, right? So we thinking, this is the way I always did it. So I know he's going to like this. I know she's going to like this.
Okay. So let me use some of my therapy stuff. So what I'm hearing is
right, exactly. What I heard you say was right.
So what I'm hearing is that you need to unlearn how you loved in the past and learn how to love right now.
Love that person right there.
Okay.
Do this right here. Do this.
Right here.
Know that person right there.
Right here. Not over here, but right here.
How you going to take what didn't work and use that as your base?
Yeah.
And most of us do that, right? We take our past relationships that didn't work and use that as our foundation for our next relationship.
You're right.
Don't make sense.
But you're right, and I might need to be taking some more notes to write this down.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? It's simple.
You're right, because the way you loved John or Susie is not how you need to be loving Sarah or James, because those are two different people. And when you're dealing with two different people, just because them over here like it this way doesn't mean them over here like it that way.
Especially older people over 40. I'm big over 45. Because we deal with different pains and different stresses in our life.
Right.
You can't love your kids the same.
You can't. And I've learned teenage boy is different from a teenage girl. Because I swear 100%. This girl woke up, she went to bed like she was this little small kid that I just loved so dearly. The next day she woke up, I'm like,
teenager.
Who are you? But it's what I've learned that's what seasons like, especially with long-term relationships. The person that you met when I was 30 is not who I may be at 38. And it's not that I'm changing per se. It's that I am growing.
Facts.
And I'm becoming who I am.
You should be that way.
And it's like, you need to get on this bandwagon with me.
Oh, get off.
Yeah. And I feel like sometimes when we're in those type of relationships, we get complacent and we don't realize like, oh, she's not that 20-year-old that I met 25 years ago or 30 years ago. She's not that person anymore. Now she's a mom. She's this could be a coach working. Now she's working. She's in the church, and vice versa with men. No, he ain't that 6-pack muscle built man. He might be that beer belly dad vibe, but he's still that same person, and she's still that same person. But now we just gotta learn to love them a little different.
Right. I'm gonna tell you a cheat code for men, ladies, if y'all listening. Our hearts and our egos is what's most important to us.
Right.
That's where our vulnerability lies. I'm not gonna give that to you.
Right.
You gotta earn that. You can have my money, you can have my body, you can have whatever, but I'm not gonna give you what I hold precious to me.
Yeah.
To let you control it and maybe misuse it. Because most of us have been hurt. You can't be 50 and not be hurt.
So do you think it's hard when men are hurt?
Yeah.
Because the reason why I say it, because I'm gonna go back to what I said when I say this person's not your past.
Right.
So if I'm not your past, why do I gotta work so hard? Because of what someone else.
Because he ain't ready. If you're dealing with a man that's still in his hurt, leave him alone. He's gonna tear you up. He's gonna tear you up because we deal with our pain differently. We hurt people.
Hurt people hurt people.
Hurt people hurt people. When men are hurt, we gonna go see women. Y'all will cut y'all hair. Y'all will have girl parties and girl trips and eat ice cream and watch Waiting to Exhale and all that. when we hurt, we can't sit at home.
Right.
We're gonna hit these streets. We're gonna go out. We're gonna find that release quick.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So when you find that, and then he gonna tell you, I ain't got time for no games, baby girl. You know what I'm saying? We can kick it, but I don't do relationship. Just leave him alone.
Yeah.
Until he's ready to have a real conversation with you about possibly something. But not, let me say this because I don't want people to get the wrong thing. Any man that say he don't want a relationship will say he want one for the right woman.
Mm-hmm.
In a discussion, he found the right woman, he'll do it. He'll do everything he said he would do.
Yeah. And that also goes back to last week's episode. We are not here to fix people.
No.
We don't fix people.
You can't.
And that made me think about that because when you try to fix somebody, it never works.
Well, fixing is selfish.
Yes, it is. Very much so. Like, and then it's like when you do try to fix them, you try to fix them and make them who you want them to be. And I said last week,
that's what
I thought that was love, you know? Yeah, no. And I had to grow out of that. Yeah. It's like, no, we got to come up out of this. We got to go because I'm not here to fix you.
Right.
You got to do that yourself.
Facts.
I can't climb my Everest with you. You got to do it yourself. And I'll be here being the biggest cheerleader I can for you when you get back.
But watch this. What if I'm happy the way I am? What if I don't want to be fixed? Maybe I like Keith the way Keith is.
But if you
wait. Just answer that. What if I like Keith and you telling me this is wrong? But I'm 56. Mm-hmm. So if I'm doing it, I like doing it.
Right. And if you like doing it and we can't compromise on something in the middle, guess what I need to do?
Accept it.
Jump ship or accept you how you are.
My thing is love your frog the way he is.
Yeah.
Don't love your frog think he's going to turn to a prince.
Right.
Love him as a frog, and if he changed, then you got you a prince. But if he don't, you still cool with your frog.
But see, that goes back to what you said. He will change for what? The right woman.
Facts. Anytime, any day of the week. Yeah. And last thing too, God gave us all free will.
Yep.
And we have to accept when people don't want what we want.
Right.
We selfish.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I said, if you like Keith the way he is, stay with Keith.
Then we can rock.
If you don't, you can the door. Man. Door's right there. See you later.
And see, that's what coaching is. 80% of my female clients that have problems with their relationships are trying to, I ain't gonna say force, but encourage and sway somebody to want what they want.
Yeah.
But it's this person, communication is 75% nonverbal.
Right.
Nonverbal.
Yep, those nonverbal cues, and it could be you're just sitting there, and that nonverbal cue maybe I just want to be left alone. And you have to give Keith that space.
Give me, because that's gonna make me love you.
And guess what I said last week?
What?
Your person will give you that space for them to, in that holding space, because I called it, that being held. Mm-hmm. That space, maybe y'all just sitting in peace and quiet, me not even saying nothing.
You be on your phone, I'm on my iPad. Oh, I'm just watching TV. Just because I love you, so I want you here.
Right.
But shut up.
Right.
Don't say nothing.
Be quiet.
Just shh. It's just that freaking simple.
It is. We on the same page.
I'm serious.
Maybe I should have had you with me last week.
Nah, you good. You did it. You right. But I see we make this thing so hard. Actually, I'm writing a book now. It's coming out. It's called It's Just That Freaking Simple.
Okay.
Navigating life, love, and relationship. We make this thing this big. I can't think of the word right here, but this big ocean of problems, and it's not. It all comes back to you.
Yeah.
How you view it, how you see it. Because people that are calm, people that have found themselves, people that are peaceful, people that have found to believe in some past themselves, they don't do a whole lot of hoopla.
Right.
And you know what I mean? They don't do a whole lot of, and they don't deal with people that's opposite of them. So if I'm at peace, you got to be at peace for me to deal with you.
Right.
Maybe not on the same level as peace.
Yeah.
But you got to be confident enough that I can walk away from you and you don't call me every 10 minutes asking me where I'm at.
Yes. Amen.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Don't call me every 10 minutes.
You done had that happen to you. I see your eyes.
I have.
I see your face.
And I didn't like it. It's like, where am I going?
It's crazy. Some people think that's love, though. Because if that's all you knew love to be, that's all you see love.
Yeah. Whew. Jesus. Now that was a good one. Well, we might have to make a whole segment.
A whole segment. Okay,
yes.
but.
So for you, what helps you stay emotionally tuned in instead of shutting down or numbing out?
That's a great question. What keeps me emotionally tuned in? 3 things. My kids, and I'm a dreamer. So I ain't never satisfied with just this.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So when you stay in that constant evolution, you constantly evolving. You constantly want the next best thing. Plus, I want to retire in a couple of years.
Okay.
So everything I do right now is for my future. Everything is for the next 5, 6 years. When I hang up my boots, I'll never stop hustling and helping people.
Right.
Because that's my thing, and I found my purpose. See, that's the biggest, and I should have said that first. Finding your purpose, which is hard.
Right.
Accepting your purpose is the hardest part. And my purpose is to help people in any way. You know, when I catered, I didn't charge them what I could have charged them. You know what I mean? When I taught school, I didn't fail anybody.
Yeah.
If you showed up and gave me any effort, I'm gonna pass you. Now I'm gonna get in your butt while I'm doing it.
And he will.
You know what I mean? So I just think loving people, man, and that, because it helps me to see people smile. It really helps me to know that I caused that.
Right.
Yeah. I'm selfish.
You can't be selfish.
I like to love on people. You know what I mean? It's tough though, because selfish is not bad.
Right.
I had to argue with somebody the other day, and we'll argue, not to discredit you, but just to get you to listen. Somebody said something about ego. A man with an ego was a bad. I said, no, men need egos.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We need a touch of ego, because that's what's going to separate me from anybody else.
True.
You feel me? Now, inflated egos, that's different. You feel me? Like Deion Sanders right now and his sons, they don't have egos, they have confidence. Underconfident people call it ego. But confident people see it's just confidence.
That's a good way to look at it. That's a good way to look at it.
What you thinking about something right now?
I am, because you know how, like, okay, just say you're at maybe a work conference or something. Me, I sit in the back on purpose because I want to watch people walk in the room. And I don't know if it's because I'm a people watcher or what, but when they walk in, I can tell who has that confidence.
It's called the it factor.
Yes.
See, you got the it factor. And from the first day I met you, because you walked in there, you looked me in the eye, you talked to me, Bo. You like, yeah, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I don't care who else here. And everybody don't have the it factor. You can't buy it. You can't create it. You can't generate it. You know, you ever been in a room, like you say, at a conference, right? And it's 100 men in there, but you only see 2 of them.
Yeah.
And they ain't the finest. They ain't the tallest. It's just something about that dude or that woman. You like, whoa, I like that person. I like that person's swagger. That's that it factor.
Yeah.
You either born with it or you don't have it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's that Washington guy. He just got that it. Like, he can say booga booga boo. They're gonna be like, ooh, Grammy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he got the it factor. And there's plenty other great actors that probably got more talent, but they don't have that it. Like, he's that dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Felicia Rashad, we all loved her.
Right.
Right? She don't even wear that much makeup. And we would deem her one of the baddest women ever. She ain't fine. Like, she ain't got no big booty or nothing like that.
Yeah.
But just her aura.
Yeah.
It's bad, man.
Yeah. So y'all make sure y'all keep up with y'all confidence. And
make sure it's real.
Yeah. Be you. Don't be.
That's it. Though. You just said the answer.
Just be you.
Loving yourself is dangerous.
Yeah. And when you got it.
Oh my God.
You got it.
Loving yourself will make people break their car looking at you. You know what I'm saying? Who's that person? Man, did you see that? I'm for real. Yeah. And it's like, because you're going to walk it, it's going to exude out of you. And you're not petty.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, I understand.
When I see pettiness, I laugh now. But I didn't understand it before. But when I see pettiness, I know that person is lacking something.
Yeah. And you know, I don't know if it's with this day
funny,
age.
Right? I'm just looking at your eyes. You funny.
But I'm being serious. Like, you see a lot of that on social media. All that pettiness. It's almost like,
every day.
Why? And it almost makes me feel
It's a
like when
drug.
you have to be that petty, are you really confident in yourself? You
No, no
can't be
confidence.
that confident in
No,
yourself.
you can't. Social media makes this a drug.
Yeah.
The clicks, the likes, it'll make you become what it'll give you a false sense of purpose and a false sense of who you are. Then when you don't get the amount of likes and clicks you want, then you got to do more to get it. But that person that's consistent, they just gonna rock it. People like me or they don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like some people go in there, like I got a little following on TikTok right now, and I'm not wearing my gray sweats and dangling, and you know what I mean, and or saying women ain't crap. Like so people when you gotta try to get attention, sometimes it's gonna work for a little while, but then what? Then who you are after that? Can you go to a restaurant and sit there by yourself and love on yourself, or do you got to keep up chaos?
That's my favorite thing to do. I love taking myself.
Man, I go to Longhorns. I go to Longhorns every Sunday. Sit there by myself, man. Well, not every, but a lot.
Yeah.
Sit there, man. And bring my phone. I might even bring a book. I don't care. But I'm just gonna sit there and just chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I want to kind of move into love and intimacy. So, what?
I like intimacy.
Who doesn't? I know I do.
Get your face.
I know I do.
That's funny.
So, how do you help people reconnect with their bodies when they've been in survival mode for a long time?
That's all about learning who you are right now.
Okay.
I'm quick on forgetting about the past. Forget. I don't care what you used to like. You don't know what you like.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I get to know them, then I just try to guide them in the way I think that they should go.
So, for a person who hasn't dated in a while,
Mhm.
how do you kind of guide them into, okay, yeah, that was your first date, but it doesn't mean that's the greatest man on earth, or that
Right.
doesn't mean that's the greatest woman on earth. Maybe you should go out on another date with someone else and then maybe go back and have a date with them. So how do you kind of guide them into that when they're like so gung-ho, oh, I went on this date and it was so great, it was everything that I ever dreamed of?
I tell them, you don't know nothing. You don't have no idea what you're talking about. Feel like you say because it's good because you haven't tasted it in a while.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you can eat a sweet potato pie and you ain't had one in 7 years. It's gonna be the best pie ever. Until you get used to eating that pie, then you're gonna want another flavor because this really wasn't that good, but it was good at the time, right?
Right.
So most people, like you say, when they go out for that first one, get another one. You're not dating to find somebody, you're dating to find yourself.
Right.
Most people go on a date to find people. You can't because you're shooting yourself in the foot because you're not caring about if you're right for that other person. You just care if this person right for you.
That goes into that selfishness.
You know what I'm saying, right?
How do you coach people who struggle with physical vulnerability and or they do not know how to express their own needs?
Man, that's you got so many layers to that.
Well, let's peel this onion back.
Like I say, as a coach, the first thing I don't do is, okay, what are you trying to do?
Okay.
What are you trying to do? Where are you trying to get to? I just want to be able to, I can date again. Okay. Now let's start from there. We'll just get all the information I can. Give them weekly things about learning themselves first. Like I said before, it's all about learning who you are right now forward. Most people think through their past.
Okay.
That's why they hardly can't get anywhere because they still, why did she do me that way? Well, it doesn't matter why, because we can't change it. So I think that's my whole technique on everything. It's like, where you at? Where you trying to be? Now, how did we get there? But you got to let that past go.
Right.
So that's the first thing. I think most of the coaches will work on getting you to just see yourself before they try to guide you. Because coaches not telling you what to do, except when you get to a certain point. So for me, it's just like make sure you're realistic. You know what I mean? Make sure it's something that we can achieve. A lot of times people want things that are just not achievable right now. And just learn the person, man. And that's where you go from session to session to session. I got a package for a month. I got a 6-week package and I got an 8-week package. And that's normally the 8-week package person where we get to, we got to go digging in and go through trial and error. Okay, well, try this to see if this work. Right. Because there's no black and white answers for nothing. Right. And sometimes people come to you with this, I need the answers. No, it don't work that way. You know what I'm saying? You got to go through just like everybody else. Yeah. Especially, and the deeper you are, into yourself, not knowing yourself, the harder it is to get to where you think you're trying to go.
Right. So what would you tell that person that wants closure? Because and the reason I ask, because I have learned that you don't always need it.
No.
Sometimes what's not said is said enough.
Right.
And especially for the people who like to ghost people, it took me a minute, but I got to the point where it's like, you said enough.
That's a favor.
I don't need closure.
That's a favor. And I teach them that a person that ghosts you did you the biggest thing in the world, because they cut it off so you don't have to keep dealing with it. Now you choosing to pick this up.
Right.
When are you gonna let it go?
Right.
Because that person moved on.
Mm-hmm.
Block their number. Don't ever talk to them again. But people leave their numbers open. And most men gonna call back 60 days. You know what I mean? Yeah. We're gonna call every 30, 90 days. Right. Because that's just what we do. We backtrack just to see if the door's still open. So I teach them, listen, it's all about, it's not what happened to you, it's how you respond.
That's good.
You know
I like
what I mean?
that.
Yeah, it's people gonna ghost you. People gonna meet you and like you today and don't like you tomorrow because you're really not what they thought you were, because they built this fictitious person.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And like, oh crap, she got problems. Like she really human.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because people don't think about that though when they meet people. They don't look at the human side of them.
Right.
What are you going through?
But then that's you bringing in your representative. You're not even bringing in you. If that person sees...
Oh, go ahead.
I just feel like if that person sees this fictitious you, that means you brought the representative. And that goes for male or female. Mm-hmm. You brought the representative. Mm-hmm. So I think that's who they were really attracted to. Mm-hmm. But then as time goes on, now you bringing in the real you.
Right, facts.
And they're looking at you like... What? Wait, yeah. That's not who I fell in love with. That's not who I met. Who is this person?
That's what most relationship, 90 days, you'll know. By 6 months, you're gone. Now, some people stay, they linger, they fight for air. But most of them, 6 months, you know what you got. No, what happened was I can't show you the real me because I don't know the real me. Mm. I can't show you what I don't know. So I become what I need to be to get you.
So do you agree with the whole, when you're starting that dating process, ask 1,010 questions?
There's never a wrong question. We're adults. See, people kill me in their 40s and 50s and 60s. Why can't you ask what you want to know?
But some people, because I've had this debate with some people, they feel like if you answer too much, that person is going to build themselves off of your answer.
Right.
And then that's when that 60, 90 day, you kind of see like, you're only doing this just to get in my pants, or you're only doing this just to get with me. And this is not who you were.
But people gotta learn how to answer the question. See, how was your last relationship? Oh, it was great. We just didn't work out. What happened? I don't like to talk about what happened. It's in the past.
So all of how you answer.
You're gonna answer me. Yeah. Me? You're gonna answer me.
Right.
Now, but how you answer me, I can't dictate.
Right.
You got what I'm saying? So how do you love? You know what? I ain't loving so long. I really don't know. You know.
You give them enough, but not too much.
What's your love language? Explain them to me, because I kind of get them mixed up. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You answer it, but answer it the way that person gets nothing from it. Because men do it every day. A man, you ask a man, do I love you? He'll say, you the best woman I ever had. But did he say he loved you?
Mm-mm. He sure did.
We don't answer questions most times. We give you a statement and we let you guys create what you want to create from it.
Do you feel that's where I like
Look at
people?
Your face. I'm sorry.
Because I mean, it's really intriguing, and that's why I did not want this platform to be just like women driven.
Yeah.
You know, and I want to have those conversations with men and women, because now we're getting both sides. Facts. Everybody's getting a piece of the pie, because I'm learning stuff that I didn't know. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like, it's that factor for me right now.
Right. And sometimes you can tell people like what type of flowers you like. Tell him and see what he does with it. And if he don't see the flowers, then what? He might not interested, or he don't have the funds.
Yeah.
But because he sent it to him, okay, that's just one check. He don't give him the whole pie for that. That's just a check mark.
Right. Let's see how many times he.
So I'm gonna give you all the nuggets to see what you do with this nugget. I'm gonna tell you how to get me. I'm gonna watch you and see what you do.
Right.
But then we gonna get to a point where I ain't gonna say nothing.
And we're gonna see if
I'm gonna see who are you are for real.
Mm-hmm.
Make sense?
Yeah.
See, we try to control the narrative before we even end the story.
Right. Because if you're constantly saying something, they're gonna do it because you're saying it. But if you let them just be, then you can see.
Yep.
Oh, I like that. That's a good punchline right there.
If you let it be, then you can see.
Yes.
It's for real, just let it be what it is. Most men will tell you what they want in the first 5 conversations. If he just wants you physically, he'll make it known.
Right.
You know, if he like you or most men that don't really like you not gonna talk about you. He's not gonna ask you about you because he gonna tell you more about him because he's just trying to get in.
Right. To see what I can get.
Right.
So do you believe like it was a podcast, I can't remember the lady, but she kind of like categorized the men in like different areas. Like, you know, you have the pimp, you have the go-getter, you have the narcissist. Like, so do you believe that's for men and women? Like there are different categories of men and women?
Yeah, I call it different levels of manhood.
Okay.
Because you got that guy, you know, and you know, somebody was asking about the days. She said, well, men don't chase women. I said, no, men that know they catch women. You feel me? He catch the booty now. We don't run behind it. But that's just the guy that understands.
Right.
He understands his value. He understands who he is. You got me? Now that guy that's out there, that gotta have the, you know, he had there working out, pumping up, wearing this medium shirt, and standing up the whole night in the club at the bar, you know, looking at you. You know he's a clown.
Right.
So if you deal with him, just see what it is. He gonna go to anybody he can get. Now, and if you think he's super fine and you know you get with him, just know that he was in there looking.
Right.
You feel me? He was fishing. He was throwing his bait out there. Then you got that guy that's gonna look at you and never say nothing. That's another level of manhood. You got what I'm saying? See, we got to see people just for what it is. We too old to keep trying to give people credit for what they don't deserve.
Right.
And I'm making you look at me like, man, think about it like that.
I didn't.
It's simple. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna cut you off. Think about the last time you went out, or anytime you went out in a spot. You saw the guy that's standing up there, want everybody to see him because he's normally holding a drink. And he's standing by the bar, leaning on the bar, trying to get everybody's attention. Then you got the guy that come in with the shades on.
I hate them.
Right? Right? Then you got the guy that's going to stand in the corner and ain't going to say nothing, but he's going to look at everybody. And he's just waiting for somebody to say something to him. Then you got that wanderer. He just going to wander around. He free game for anybody. Then you got that guy that coming in. He just got his drink at the table. He chilling. You know, he you know, hey, what's up? But he ain't really fishing.
Right.
He just want to get out the house. But he's available, but he's not going to run behind you.
Right.
And then you got that bugaboo.
Nah, I'm the worst.
Right. So know who you dealing with when you meet them. It's just that freaking simple.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing is you need to take them blinders off and see them for who they are.
They grown.
Yeah.
They like grown folks. Stop dating like kids. This is not Wonderland. This is what it is. You feel me?
And don't give somebody certain expectations before you even start dating.
Man, you guys give us the answer and then get mad because we passed the test. That don't make sense. Like I said, men catch women now. They don't chase them. They catch them.
Right.
Because some throwing it at them, something. You know what I mean? And loneliness is a disease, man, and it's winning.
Got another podcast.
You got another podcast?
Oh yeah. I got some stuff from this one. So my last question I got for you for today. What daily or weekly practice would you recommend for someone trying to become more emotionally or physically present in their current relationship?
Take an hour out. Get 30 minutes to yourself, 30 minutes to that person.
Okay.
And it don't have to be simultaneous either. Just you take that 30 minutes just to woosah, breathe. People say meditate. I don't care what it is. It could be walking. It could be whatever. And try to spend 30 minutes with that person. Not as your husband, not as your boo, not as your girlfriend, not as whatever. Let's just be friends for a minute. Because that's when people woosah.
Right.
That's when a person will talk to you more. I talk to you more when I'm relaxed more than you giving me a title that I have to live up to.
Okay. So, kind of jumping into marriage.
Mm-hmm. I failed at it, but I know a little bit about
I failed it twice.
Said twice.
I failed it twice.
Nice.
So, do you? And this is just something that I've learned.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about dating in your marriage? Because I feel like how we talked about earlier, you never stop growing.
No.
So I'm different. I'm not who I was when I was 20 when we got married. Now that I'm 35, 40, I'm somebody different. So I kind of feel like you should forever date.
Forever. You can't let life, because what happened, they let life consume them.
Right.
See, my age group right now is we are divorced. 50-year-olds, we single. And most of us got married before 25.
Mm.
You got me? We did what our parents told us, right? You know, go to the job, go get a job. If you get somebody pregnant, marry them, whatever. Now, I have nothing to keep me with you because we didn't grow together. We just in the house, playing house, doing house. And we left that back 20 years ago because now I don't like you.
Right, okay.
I love you, but I don't like you.
Okay, so how do we get that like back? How do
Probably can't. Because you done dug a hole.
It's too late, huh?
I'm never gonna say it's too late. But what I do know is that once you dig a hole with a person, they can't get past the memory of what you've done.
Right.
And the memory of how you made them feel. Especially men. We hold it. We ain't gonna say nothing, but we hold it a lot. But I think anything can be fixed if both parties equally want to fix it.
Right.
But one person can't pray for it and the other one's not. One person can't go to counseling by themselves and the other one's not. One person can't take the 30 minutes out and the other one don't want to be with them for 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. You got what I'm saying?
So once again, kind of like take off those blinders.
You got to. Baby, this is what I don't like about you. I love you and explain that. I love you, but you killing me. You don't listen to me. Yeah. You got me? See, people run from hurt and the pain. Right. That little hurt you have having that conversation saves you a whole lot of pain in getting divorced. Yeah.
And that, to me, kind of, goes with that communication. Like, if we're communicating it, why was that? Jesus.
You know why? How should you communicate? How do people communicate?
I mean, it just really depends because my communication with you would be different in how I communicate with, somebody else. So, of course, that goes into the learning. So I have to learn how to
communicate with you. Right. Then you understand what I'm doing and saying. Right. But people want to have conversation. Conversation don't mean we communicate.
That is true. You understand what I'm saying? It could go back to that. You're not watching my nonverbal cues, and I might want to be left alone.
Most people are horrible communicators and swear they're great because they're great at talking. Right. Did you know what I just said? Yes. They're great at talking, but no one's listening. Uh-huh. So what are you communicating if no one listens to you?
Because we're just talking to each other. We're talking over each other. No one's actually listening and taking it in.
Nothing. I did a couple's retreat 2 weeks ago down in Tallahassee, Florida. Couple been married 32 years. I said, brother, you got to tell me what's the key to you being 32 years married to one woman. He said, I just be quiet. Whatever she say, I just let her. He said, I just be quiet, right? I said, what? He said, man, it's better to just give in than to argue. He said, if you got an extra bedroom in your house, take out the bed. That way you can't run from each other. I said, wow, that's crazy. Because now the world telling people to have separate bedroom as couples. Right. I think that's crazy.
It is.
But that's this generation. So I don't knock them doing it, but it's crazy out here. Yeah. But now, man, you just got to figure out who you are, man. Once you know who you are, you limit the bull crap you'll take from anybody.
Yeah. That was amazing. I really
appreciate you.
Loved our conversation. I think a lot of people can get something out of it.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Yeah. You're base.
Yes. So I hope that sat with you. And I hope it sat with you deep. Because the truth is, the body always speaks to us. Even when we don't have the language. It tells us when we are safe. It even tells us when we're triggered. and when we're alive, when we're breathing, and when we're just in survival mode. And sometimes healing means learning how to listen. And you have to listen to what's going on in your body. I also want to give big love and thanks for Keith coming out and sharing his wisdom, and also reminding us that strength doesn't mean that we have to always stay silent, and especially not in our own bodies. So before we go, as I always do, I want to leave you all with a reflection question. And in this question, like always, just journal it and reflect on it. So what part of your body are you learning to listen to with more compassion? Think about that and sit with it. Thank you all for pulling up a chair to the table today. I'm Lady Blue, and this has been another episode of Blue Notes in Body Talk.
Cracks a conversation, the body recalls what the mind buried. Letting off flow with no filters and no mask to carry.
Can we talk? A safe space you can share your thoughts. No pressure, just let down your guard. Let's talk it out, don't hold it in, just let it out. We all need release, it's what it's all about.
Get your mind, body, and soul ready for therapeutic sessions. So
can we talk? A safe space you can share your thoughts.